Balake. Where is Balake at?
My name's Blake.
Do you want to go to war, Balake? I'm for real. Ron.
Ron is here, everyone. Welcome back for more SPTV, where every day is a great day not to be in a cult, and every day is one step closer to the total collapse of Scientology. Guys, I hope as many of you out there as possible in the SP Nation, in the LA area, will join me on Hollywood Boulevard outside Scientology's test center this Friday evening. I've just been so inspired by what the TikTok army is doing out there. And it's a YouTube army as well. It's not TikTok exclusive. And I'm trying to convince as many of the TikTok crew to simultaneously stream to YouTube as possible. Mainly because it's easier for me to use a YouTube platform to help promote other YouTube platforms. It's a little complicated to use a YouTube platform to promote TikTok platforms. Not impossible. I've just been so inspired by what they're doing out there that, as many of you know, I've started to get my feet wet, dabbling, doing the same thing here in Clearwater, Florida, where I live. It helps to have the largest Scientology organization in the world, 5 minutes away from my house. The first couple nights we went out there, we had no luck getting any Sea Org members or Scientologists to talk to us. Last night, we changed it up a little bit, changed up the strategy, flipped the playbook, and finally succeeded in getting some Scientologists and Sea Org members to talk to us. It was just so much fun. Guys, if you're here in the Clearwater area, me and the crew are going to be out there again down at Flag tonight at 8 p.m. Come and join us. I wanted to show you. Okay, you notice the title of this video is "Join Me in LA this Friday." Ron in the streets. About a year ago, when I first started uploading every day, I was reminded that I sort of did a funny little joke in the beginning of one of my videos on my intros. And I said, my name is, welcome back to Growing Up in Scientology. My name is Aaron. And I said, but they call me Ron in the streets. I think that was before I actually, that was even before I started using the Key and Peele intro for my videos. And I was reminded about that yesterday because someone reminded me about Billy in the Street. And I was like, oh my God, you got Billy in the street, but you got Ron in the streets. And I wanted to show you a clip from our live streaming last night where I actually hit a Scientologist with this line. I've been rewatching this clip, cracking myself up over and over and over. Let's go full screen on this bad boy. By the way, the gentleman that you're about to see in this video, his name is Neil Briggs, longtime Scientologist. Let's watch this. Hey, we're doing some Criminon stuff. You want to do it for a sec?
Do what?
Doing a Criminon video.
Oh, okay. What do you want me to do?
All right, question. Okay, so Criminon is the program to rehabilitate criminals, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What should be done? Should Danny Masterson be declared now that he's been sentenced to life in prison for raping those girls?
I have no idea.
Should he be declared or rehabilitated?
I would say rehabilitated.
So not declared.
Not up to me.
Yeah. Should the people in OSA and HCO who covered up those crimes be declared, or should they be rehabilitated?
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, okay.
Who are you guys anyway?
My name's Aaron.
Okay, Aaron.
They call me Ron on the streets.
AA on the street?
Ron
Okay.
on the streets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. Thank you for that. I couldn't believe I had the opportunity to hit him with that line. Guys, this I had to ask myself, you guys know, if you've been watching my videos regularly, I said, look, I don't think I have it in me to do this face-to-face stuff. Like it's not my speed. It's not my thing. I already do what I do in the comfort of my own home. And I was like, I don't know. I said, I'm glad these other guys are doing it because I don't really think I could do it. And then I was like, why am I being such a puss about it? And I was so nervous at the idea of going out there and doing it for the first time. Because one, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to say to these people. It's not like Hollywood Boulevard where they're trying to recruit people in. You actually can't join Scientology in Clearwater, Florida. Not a lot of people know that. The Flag organization is a Class 12 organization. That's the highest level organization in Scientology. There's only two Class 12 orgs. There's Flag and there's the Ship. The organizations in Scientology where you can join are the Class 5 organizations. And so that's why you'll never see Scientologists in Clearwater, Florida, handing out Dianetics personality tests or Dianetics film flyers. They do that in LA. They do that in cities all over the US and the world, but not Clearwater, Florida. So I'm like, I don't know what my angle is going to be. I don't just want to shout at people. I don't just want to be some unpleasant guy who's just like, I don't know, where's Shelly or some stupid shit like that. And so it took me a while to figure out an approach. Now, this approach, this Criminon and the Danny Masterson approach is working really well for me. And I'm going to stick with that. I have some other possible approaches, but I'm going to stick with the Danny Masterson one for now. Now, just so you guys know, Criminon is one of these fake Scientology front groups. I guess Criminon's not actually fake. It's just Scientologists pretend to care about it, where Scientology tries to get prisoners who are in prison to do Scientology extension courses. And it's weird, right? Because Scientology doesn't want criminals to get into Scientology, but it's just something that Scientology does to make it look like they're trying to have some sort of a positive benefit on society in general. One of the ways Scientology doesn't give a good goddamn about this program is the only Scientologists who are assigned to grade the extension courses are the ones who are in trouble and have to make up the damage to the group and have to do amends projects. And Scientology actually makes these people, these Scientologists who are in trouble, they make them pay Scientology for the privilege of being allowed to grade the extension courses. Not only does Scientology not spend any money on resources to administer this Criminon program, they actually ask Scientologists who are in trouble to pay Scientology for the privilege of doing Criminon work to get back into the good graces of Scientology. So anyway, let's see. By the way, this guy who was in this video, poor guy. I'm sure he's in trouble now. Like I said, his name is, how do I share this one? Oh yeah, here we go. His name is, as I said, Neil Briggs. And Neil Briggs is in a band with a girl I know from the Sea Org, Melissa Figueroa, Melissa Ochart. Yeah. So, if he looks like a rocker, it's because he kind of sees himself as a rocker. So good for him. We did manage to get like 3 or 4 different people to talk to us last night. The first group that I approached when I got down to Flag last night, I did not know who they were. They were public Scientologists. They were in a conversation. Once the conversation broke up, I walked up to them. I said, you want to help us with a Criminon video that we're doing? And she said, no, we can't. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. Are you guys in session right now? I thought they might have been in one of the objectives auditing sessions where you walk around and do shit. And she was like, no, we're not in session, but you're Aaron Asmithlevin, aren't you? I had no idea who this person was. I said, you know me, AA run. Anyway, for a Scientologist, she actually seemed quite excited to see the mysterious, the evil, the scary Aaron Asmithlevin. That was actually the first time that any of these people have ever admitted to actually knowing who I am. Now, last night, we did manage to get Scientology's security guard to come out and escort people away from us. And I did manage to, so for the first time, got one of these Scientology security guards on camera. Oh, you know what? I forgot to post a photo of him. I was going to post a photo of him on my YouTube channel. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me share. I'm sorry. I'm so disorganized right now, but let me share this with you guys. So I was able to identify the security guard who came out. Let me share it this way. Okay, so you see the guy on the far right. That is the guy who came out. And many people were commenting that it does look like Lurch's younger brother, which was an amazing observation. And let me pull up a message I got. I won't share this on the screen, but someone did tell me who this gentleman is. His name is Brett. Brett, B-O-U-C-H. I'm told that he is a really nice guy. And I am told that his sister, Christy, I won't even say it. Let's just say Christy is no longer with us. And whenever I hear of a Scientologist who had someone in their family while in Scientology cause themselves to leave this world, if you know what I mean, I cannot help but feel incredibly bad and sorry for everyone in that family. That even extends to Scientology's in-house attorney, Kendrick Moxon. Kendrick Moxon's own daughter caused herself to leave this world while working at Scientology's international management base in Gilman Hot Springs, California. And this poor guy, I mean, never mind the pain of just losing a child, but losing a child knowing that what led to that child's distress, their mental deterioration of their mental state to the point that they no longer wanted to be in this world, was working for your so-called religion and working for David Miscavige. Now, look, I do not know Brett's sister. And as of right now, I am only reasonably sure she was a Scientologist. I actually don't have 100% confirmation about that, but I'm under the assumption that she was. The level of brainwashing and cult conditioning that people are under that would allow them to continue dedicating their lives to a cult that drove their family member to that level of despair. I think it does bring into focus that, yes, there, in any cult, you've got people who are victims, you've got people who are abusers, but even the people who are abusers are people who were victims and who, let's be honest, still at some point are victims. Don't get me wrong. I'm not making excuses for anybody. I'm here for the war. I'm here to call bad guys bad guys. You can be a bad guy, but still be someone who is in part a victim. I'm not here making excuses for anybody. I just go, sometimes you learn something that brings into focus like, oh, holy shit. Pretty much everyone in this cult is a victim of this cult, even if they start being the abuser. So anyway, Brett, I'm sorry for the loss your family has experienced. I'm also sorry that you're still dedicating your life to this cult. But I understand what it's like. I've been in those shoes. I don't pretend to have no idea why you're doing what you're doing. But you know what? You're on that side of the fence for the moment. I'm on this side of the fence. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I know you're going to keep doing what you're doing, but I don't see you as my enemy. Just know that, Brett. I do not see you as my enemy. Let's see what else, guys. Okay, Los Angeles this Friday. You know, I don't even have an exact time. I don't know what time I'm going to be outside the test center. I don't know what time the crew usually shows up. Oh, this is what I wanted to say about this. You might go, Aaron, you shouldn't give them a heads up that you're coming. Guys, we've moved way beyond trying to be secretive about this stuff. Who gives a shit? The whole point of doing all this is to be in your face. What are you going to do to stop me? Nothing. That's what you're going to do. Nothing. Okay, so what's the worst thing Scientology could do to make my trip a total bust? Well, the worst thing they could do is just shut down the entire test center for the whole day so that there's nothing for us to do. You know what I say to that? Good. Good. That's the whole point of this. Shut it down. So if Scientology shuts down the test center, someone's trying to text me. Forgot to put my stuff on Do Not Disturb. Do not disturb. So if they try to shut down the test center to make it so that we don't have very much to do, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go over to L. Ron Hubbard Way. Okay. Then if they want to shut down L. Ron Hubbard Way, good. Shut it down. Then we'll go over to the Celebrity Center. Okay. And if they want to shut down the Celebrity Center, good. Then we will have accomplished the goal to shut down the whole damn city. We will prove that the only people who really have OT powers are the SPs. The SPs have the SP powers. They've got the SP OT powers. Guys, when I was the last few nights that we've been in downtown Clearwater outside Flag, guys, we have the whole block to ourselves. Scientology shuts down the block. They clear out all the public. They clear out all the staff. They clear out all the Sea Org members. Guys, if we're going to have an entire block to ourselves, we might as well have a block party, don't you think? Usually the only way to get an entire block completely shut down just for yourself in a downtown area is to pull a permit. Guys, we've got the special OT SP powers. We don't even have to pull permits. We just have to show up. And with our SP OT force fields, we got the whole damn block to ourselves. So come on out. Bring the music, bring the speakers, bring the drinks, bring the tables. Let's just have a party, guys. Scientology's doing it for us. Oh, my God. We're having so much fun with this. So I'm hoping to meet the whole crew for the first time. William, Jessica, Chris, who am I missing? It's one. Okay. I can never remember all the channels and all the names, but it's one of the reasons I want to meet people in person, face to face. It's much easier for me to remember names and faces and channels. It's also another reason I'm hoping that the TikTokers will start simultaneously streaming to YouTube, because it's easier for me to remember YouTube channels than it is to remember TikTok channels. That's just the way I'm wired, guys. I don't know why. Yeah. And of course, I'm sure Serge will be out there. Of course, Serge and his husband, Michael, will be out there. Laura will be out there. Oh my God, I almost forgot. Guys, I want to get Liz Gale down to LA to join us. And I would like to encourage people to help Liz with some travel expense funds. And so I spoke with Liz about this earlier today. You guys, the last time I was in LA covering the Danny Masterson trial, in my live streams, so many people were sending me super chats saying, hey, here's a super chat for your travel expenses. And I said, guys, if you want to send me super chats, send me super chats. That's, that's your business. But if you're sending me super chats to help with travel expenses, please don't do that. YouTube takes 30% of all that money. Your money's going down the drain. I said, if the reason you're sending me super chats is to help with travel expenses, just PayPal it to me. And let's just say that worked. Let's just say that's much more effective. Your funds go much further. So if you want to help Liz, Gail, get down to LA for some Hollywood Boulevard Scientology audit fun, please send her some of those funds at that email address. That email address is for her PayPal, and that would be absolutely amazing. She's not going to be able to make it this week, but honestly, depending on how the trip goes, whenever Liz is able to make it down, I'll fly back out. We'll have double the fun. Let's see, what else? I feel like there was something else I was going to say. No, I'm not sure. That's fine. Okay, let's see. SPTV, Keyboard Warrior, Streets plus Ron, Nightmare Fuel for Little Davy. Yeah, I don't think little Captain Davy's sleeping very much these days. William Good is in the chat. Guys, the Y is good. The Y is good. Aaron will get to experience the LAPD being called on us. William, I cannot wait. William, guys, one of the live streams another video I want to do before I head out to flag for the day. Last night, when the LAPD showed up once again, I think it was 7 officers, maybe even more, for yet another completely bogus, fabricated threat. Scientology abusing the 911 system. 7 officers showed up. William absolutely took these officers behind the shed. I was stunned. I mean, the LAPD is being absolutely humiliated in real time in front of the entire world for being subservient lapdogs for Scientology, absolutely wasting taxpayer funds, spending hours, multiple officers spending hours wasting time on fake phone calls. What the LAPD should be doing is taking action against Scientology for abusing the 911 system and wasting taxpayer funds. An organization that doesn't even pay taxes, by the way, but has no qualms whatsoever about squandering taxpayer funds and the time of these officers. And William does not let them get away with it for a second. And I want to show you guys that clip if I can do that before I leave. Anyway, looking forward to meeting you on Friday, William. Clearwater Chad, you're doing a super job exposing Scientology, Ron. Thank you very much, Clearwater Chad. And Christian B, do we know how old Brett is? He looked like he's 20 years old. I actually have no idea how old he is, but if I find out, I'll be happy to share that information on a future stream. All right, guys. There were so many videos and clips that I wanted to do today. I have been on the phone with all sorts of people all day. It's a really good problem to have. The more exposure these videos are getting, the more people are seeing them, the more people have information to offer, the more people want to contribute and participate. It's truly amazing. It really is truly amazing. Scientology has already lost the battle and the war. They just don't seem to have gotten the memo yet. I do have a whole bunch more of those leaked internal Scientology videos from Austin, Texas that I'll be sharing with you guys. Guys, for anyone who thinks those videos were parodies, those videos were not parodies. All of that video editing, that was done by the Scientology staff members. I did not do that. They did that themselves. The only thing I added to that video was the Saturday Night Live Zorro snap. I did edit that into it. But the only reason I edited that into it is because the dude who was doing the talking did a freaking Zorro snap. I couldn't even believe it. So I kid you not, you guys. Guys, if you're watching this video right now, hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. Stay tuned for much, much more, you guys. So much more to come. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, oh, dancing for my love, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.